have had something really embarrassing happen to them that they wouldn't want the rest of the world to know? Okay, well, is there anyone that has not heard about the Tiger Woods scandal? I didn't think there would be anyone I'd have to explain this to because he's talked about all the time. Today, I'd like to discuss the whole Tiger Woods situation and why people need to just leave him alone. I myself have had something embarrassing happen in my family and had a lot of people talk about it, and I can tell you it can be really hurtful. I like to talk about Tiger Woods and how even though we may forget, he is a human and he's allowed to make mistakes. It's his personal life, it's his business, it's his own, not ours, and this situation doesn't change anything about his golfing ability. First, I'd like to discuss the fact that no matter how much of a pedestal we put Mr. Woods on, he's still a human and mistakes happen. I believe Lance Winslow says it best. The reality is that everyone makes mistakes. Yes, even you, and yes, the top golfer too. Everyone makes mistakes, and it's so crazy to me that so many people are quick to point the finger when someone does mess up, especially a celebrity. In my opinion, until you or a loved one goes through something that is a little embarrassing, you can't fully understand how much it hurts when people talk about it. David DeWitt, in his article, Why People Make Mistakes, makes a very interesting point. He states that people and societies seem to be guilty of making the same mistakes again and again. These are patterns of behavior that seem to trap people in a vicious cycle of mistakes. I will not go into full detail and try to analyze why Tiger did what he did, but there is a story behind everything, and I hope that people realize this and take it into consideration before they just start talking about him. Next, I'd like to remind everyone that even though something may be in the media, it doesn't make it our business. If you just got caught doing something you shouldn't have, would you want the rest of the world to know? Because I know I wouldn't. Don't get me wrong, I love a good joke. And with Tiger Woods being the big star he is, it's only natural that people will make fun of the situation, but enough is enough. Tiger has been made fun of on Saturday Night Live a countless amount of times. The same thing goes for a ridiculous number of articles in People magazine. Although it has been a little over a year and people have lightened up a little, you still hear jokes about Tiger Woods on a weekly basis. Lastly, let's talk about the fact that no matter what Tiger Woods did with women, that doesn't change the fact that he is still one of the top golfers in the world. I'd like to show a chart based on Tiger Woods' popularity. From all the articles I have read, Tiger Woods had the highest rating before the incident, yet the scandal increased his popularity in a negative way because everyone loves a good scandal. In an ABC Online article written by Juju Chang and Sarah Netter, they wrote that it is hard for powerful men to resist temptation. People that are not professional athletes may not understand the kind of temptation these men are offered. People make it sound like, oh, these athletes, they just want everything they can have because they can have it. Don't get me wrong, some might really be this way, but do you understand the type of temptation these men are seduced with? There are women on every road trip knocking on their door, not leaving them alone until they're shown some kind of attention. And no, it's not right for a married man to cheat, but it is a lot harder for athletes to stay faithful because this situation gets really old after a while. And like I said earlier, they're human. Now, for all the women that want to point a finger at males because of this Tiger Woods scandal, imagine this. You're the athlete, away from your husband for months at a time. You had a rough day, so you call him. And you want him to be there for you, just to talk. But he doesn't answer, so now you feel a little vulnerable. Now apply this situation, you have gorgeous men lined up at your door begging to come into your room. Women, we can say what we want, but in my opinion, we'd be way worse than men. In an Essence magazine, Michelle Callahan wrote that explaining pro athletes spend over half the year away from their spouse, and women on more than a regular basis throw themselves at athletes. And keep in mind, Tiger Woods is not just an athlete, he's Tiger Woods. There's been a lot of talk about whether Tiger Woods should lose his endorsements. Tyrone Chang explained that in an online blog that people need to leave him alone. He asks, who are we to judge? Tiger is still one of the best golfers around, and what he's selling is not what's selling a product is not based on what he's doing outside of his work. So along with Mr. Chang, I believe his endorsement should have been kept. It is also unreal to me that now people say he's not a good guy. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that you probably didn't know Tiger Woods personally, so you can't say that he was nice before this or not. No, I wouldn't recommend dating Tiger Woods, but that doesn't make him a bad person. With this speech coming to an end, I would like to take this opportunity to recap a little of what I have talked about today. In conclusion, I really think people need to leave Tiger Woods alone. You should remember that Tiger Woods is allowed to make some mistakes. It's his life, not yours, and this situation has nothing to do with his golfing ability. I really hope next time before you talk about Tiger, or anyone else for that matter, you understand that there's a story behind everything. And before you go to talk about someone, make sure you have your facts straight. Thank you.